Hello and welcome to NBC Current Affair tonight. I'm Jerry Tave. Glad to have your company. Coming up tonight, NCDC embarks on tightening security. Also, churches raise concerns over recent surge in killings, and leaders call for stringent laws to address lawlessness. First up tonight, an eviction exercise is continuing at the Baruni settlement just outside Port Moresby since last weekend. Now, this follows the brutal murder of a young woman by more than 20 armed men who dragged the victim out of her home, raped her, and left her lifeless body in the nearby bushes in the early hours of Saturday. This horrific incident has left the city in shock, prompting the Ncd governor to tighten security in the nation's capital. The vicious attack is among several other murder cases that occurred in Port Moresby within this month. Henrietta Yama reports.
Rape, domestic violence, abuse and theft coupled with murder have been making the headlines in the recent past. Stories of social disorder is common in all societies across the country. Only the ones reported are known, while many of these occurrences in remote communities of Papua New Guinea remain untold. The nation's capital, Port Moresby, has been making the rounds lately for all the wrong reasons. Among the criminal activities that spiked is violence against women and girls. The most recent ones being the vicious murder of a woman allegedly by her partner, who is a member of the PNG Defense Force, and a week later, the rape, torture and cold-blooded murder of a woman who was dragged out of the comfort of her home in the middle of the night by a group of armed men. The gang forcefully entered the victim's residence, tied up the security guards and her partner, who is a foreigner, and dragged her into the nearby bush. The 22-year-old from Gabadi Central Province mutilated and murdered, leaving her lifeless body in the shrubs, was later discovered by police after being alerted by security guards after freeing themselves. This horrendous event sparked a public outcry from people from all walks of life, including PNG's bilateral partners. Following the murder, police in Ncd immediately took action by evicting all the settlements around the Baruni dump site. This settlement is believed to have long been harboring criminals and thugs who have been preying on unsuspecting victims over the years. Whilst the eviction exercise is ongoing, concerned citizens are calling on the Ncd governor to implement the long overdue Vagrancy Act. The call to remove unemployed people and settlers back to their respective provinces has been a continuous debate among the public. This was the response from the Ncd Governor Poes Pakop when asked to provide an update on Vagrancy Act and its implementation process.
That act has been before Parliament since the beginning of last year, so it's held up by Parliament and especially the Private Business Committee. So I will be writing to the Speaker, who is the chairman of the committee, to ensure that it is cleared and then goes to Parliament so that Parliament can pass it. So we have another tool available to us.
Another major concern raised is the growing number of illegal settlers in the city. With the influx of migrants coupled with unemployment, people are resorting to illegal means for survival. It's incumbent on the Ncd governor and his administration to call the shots to have these illegal settlements removed. He is expected to release an official statement soon, highlighting his plans to address the growing number of illegal settlers in the city. Additionally, Governor Poes Pakop joins many others by condemning the barbaric killings. He says such barbaric crimes will not be tolerated, and the law, including his office, will come down hard on all those involved. He announced that his office has prioritized the safety and security of the public, especially females, in their budget by allocating 30 million kina to security alone to heighten security in the metropolitan capital.
What happened in Baruni is sad and also very horrific situation, very bad incident to remind us of the challenges that we face. So it shows that we have to put the effort and attention towards that as well. It's happened in the homes, and one involving a relationship that should be a loving relationship. So this is the challenge that we all face. In respect of safety and security in the city, we have allocated a lot of resources, 30 million plus in NCDC budget this year to bring safety and security. It's one of our big priority. And city residents are very concerned about safety and security, so we have responded accordingly.
According to Pakop, though NCDC is trying to make bus stops and marketplaces safe, he is saddened by crimes that are happening within the homes where people are supposed to feel safe and loved.
In our city, we are doing all that we can to bring safety and security to the public space. We have, for example, roll out the city wardens and POM city watches. So there's a lot of effort and resources allocating into safety and security for the city as a whole, but in particular for women and girls.
Meanwhile, a full investigation into the murder is underway while the suspects are still at large. Communities are urged to assist by identifying the suspects or come forward to police with any information that may lead to their arrest.
Coming up, churches condemn recent murder of young women. Stay tuned.